We are now live on YouTube. Start us off, Mr. Noah.
Let me go live first for myself,
Oh,
please.
oh, that's right. You got to go live too. Um,
Yeah, I
well,
do. Maybe, okay.
are you live yet?
Will be in 10 seconds.
10,
Alien
9,
interview.
8, 7,
And, and more.
6,
Okay,
5.
I got it. We're going live. We're going live.
Yay.
I'm gonna put us. Oh, I disabled that. Whatever.
Oh, whoops.
Okay. Okay, we actually are live right now.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome all to episode number, what is it, 7
7, yes.
of the Edge of Disclosure, where we bring you to the Edge of Disclosure. Today we are covering, let me see.
A bunch of UFOlogy stuff, some superconducting
I
things, a whole
mean,
bunch of
we're gonna
crazy,
go
awesome things
way over the
to fill
superconductivity thing
your
in
to fill your
ufology.
noggin with all sorts of useful information and whatnot.
Oh, and whom I joined with this beautiful morning.
I'm Xander, and who are you?
I'm your host for the Edge of Disclosure. My name is Noah. Today we're gonna go over a few things. We're gonna start off with, why don't you tell us what the first thing is? Because you've been doing this longer than me, Ao.
Well, I mean,
What was the first?
I have this little, meme at the beginning, like, minimalism is a scam created by big, small to sell more or less. You know how we also cover conspiracies on this show? So, it's a little jokey joke, kind of
I mean, that's kind of
coincides.
the reason why I asked you first, because I know for a fact you know a lot more about what we're talking about and the top of the list, and I'm
Well,
sort of at the
yeah,
bottom.
true.
The things that we have, I haven't really put those in the channel that we're going to cover things from.
Yeah.
That was more some of your stuff at the top, so let's
hmm
go on from there.
Yeah, well, this just is, a little jokey joke, but it kind of coincides with, the whole 15-minute city and, you know, all
And
that stuff.
it,
Sorry, I
that
needed some
actually
water.
says minimalism is a scam created by big, small to sell more less, which
Yeah,
does sound like a joke, truth meme or whatever,
yeah,
maybe.
that definitely is a truth meme, because
Yeah.
there's
So
some truth to that because it is created by big small to to sell the idea of minimalist housing, minimalist which sounds catchy on on the surface level, but
yeah.
at the same time it's kind of marching us towards the pods and to be easier controlled, and all that stuff, and that's a whole conspiracy, you know,
Yeah.
like
So
so
that could be very well could be, but
yeah.
I we don't know honestly because like we don't know anything right now, kind of. But I see after that you probably wanted to cover Yellowstone
Yeah,
volcano for a
Alice
minute
actually
there. But
wanted to cover Yellowstone. We were having a discussion the other day about this, about how we all know about the Yellowstone supervolcano and all that stuff. And I've heard from I've heard all sorts of things. That it's doomed to explode. We're all gonna die. And at the same time, I'm hearing that the magma chamber of Yellowstone itself is disconnected from the mantle. So yes, it is exerting energy. Yes, the land is
so
moving and heaving and
what are
doing
the
all that it's
implications?
doing, but
Does
that's
anyone
that's
actually
energy that is not getting back from the mantle. It's disconnected. So I
and
think
what are the implications of that?
well, that it's not going to go off, and if it does, it's not going to be the massive explosion that we think it is. And
Smaller?
every passing day,
I didn't-
it's just growing weaker and weaker. So
So what you're saying is we're not in any danger of Yellowstone erupting on
one
us and
of
destroying
one of the
half the world,
things
basically.
says yes.
I
That's
haven't been looking
actually.
into that. I've been looking more into the LK99 superconductivity aspect of everything as of late.
Mhm.
I'm still in that rabbit hole right now. I still want to figure out more about what's going to happen. I'm actually posting to Space Battles forums on a thread where they cover it. I can pull that up later.
Let's see here.
Mm.
I just looked it up. Is Yellowstone's magma chamber disconnected from the mantle?
I
Um,
see you're using that Ecosia
yeah,
search
yeah,
engine
Cosia,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
because screw
yeah.
Google. So,
Well, they're the
um,
only webs. They're the only one that has a generative AI in their search engine right now, so that's why I'm still using it because I need it.
yeah, well, um, but yeah, like it says
Yes,
here,
it's in the,
Yellowstone's
I think
missing
it's
magnetic link. Yellowstone is an extremely studied supervolcano that has a large supply of heat coming from a pool of magma near the surface and the mantle below. So, right here, it's suggesting that it may be connected to the mantle. I'm no scientician. That's why I said I've heard all
scientician.
sorts of things. I've heard things that it is. I've heard things that it isn't. I don't know. But at the end of the day, if it goes and we're all gonna die, does it really matter? Like we're all
Honestly,
dead.
oh my god.
So, like,
No, Ao. I was just gonna say, I went to YouTube and I see our stream on my home feed,
oh,
and it says we're
nice.
live. It says we're live, but it's from your
Yes.
channel. It's from your coming from your
The
channel.
Omni channel. Yeah.
Have a look at my screen if you can
I'm
see
looking
it.
at it right there.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. There it is. That's
I
me
also
and you
see a lot
right
of
now.
anime.
That's because there's a lot. Here, I'll fix
A
it.
disturbing amount of anime.
Yeah, it's my favorite shit. Okay.
And
Okay.
your stream's getting all pixelated, but yeah, no, like
Great.
it goes on. Alice has this idea, this theory that if
What
it
about
is
now?
disconnected from the mantle, would the military-industrial complex be trying to reconnect it in order for it to blow up? You know, like
I doubt it. It's kind of stupid to say they want the world to be eliminated
well,
if
you
we're
know,
we're only one planet.
well, they see, it's not that they're trying to kill all of us. They're just trying to kill enough of us to make us easier to govern, because less people, less problems. You know. So,
Okay,
and
but then,
plus,
why
with a
knock-
disaster
why
like
knock
that,
down-
the whole world can go into martial law, and then you have absolute control. You know?
What I want to know is why they'd want that if they knock down the guide stones. I don't understand that.
Well,
I
they
don't think
knocked down the
that's really
guidestones
what they.
because it's literally written in stone that they want to reduce the global population to 500 million. and
So
now they've
why
swept
knock
that
it
under the
down
rug.
unless they disagreed with it? Well, that's the only reason I would see, or maybe it was just a
Well,
terrorist.
no, they're just
I don't.
trying to get rid of the public knowing what they're trying to do. They still want, and this is all conspiracy. Whatever.
I don't know.
Well, no,
It could be
I'm
fact.
saying that, for YouTube, because YouTube can come after us. Oh, you're saying this, that. No, I'm saying it's a conspiracy. But then again, what's the difference between conspiracy and reality? About 6 months, But
I'm
no,
trying to make sure my. Yeah, go ahead.
but it was a way for them to get rid of what was literally written in stone. What they want to do, they don't want it right in the face of the public, so they got rid of it. That's what I believe. So.
Okay. Wait, where did the item go that you had? Oh, you erased them, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
Then
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say we're going a little far.
I'm doing my usual, we talk about a subject and I
cleaning
get
up-
rid of
cleaning
it
up
so
the
we
panel.
don't, repeat or
Do
anything
me a
like that.
favor.
Yes.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Save the ones you think we're going to talk about at another point in time, not even on the show. Just save those and send them to me so we can have them in case we delete them from the channel and then we need them later.
Yeah. Okay.
Like those 2 videos there, for example.
Yeah.
I'm gonna download those real quick. Okay, I
yeah,
just
I'll
did
do
it.
the same. So.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to also cover like that direct energy weapon thing I saw in the middle of a storm. Turns out it might have been special effects. It leads to a YouTube channel. In the Reddit thread I posted, someone posted a link to a channel who is apparently by a VFX artist who wants to get hired in Hollywood, I think, or maybe something like that. And he made that, and that was on his YouTube channel. So the one video on the left is his. I don't have a name for him yet. I don't know what his name is, but there is this thing here. I'm gonna play it for us because I'm streaming also.
Okay.
And this is I'm prefacing this with this is probably just special effects. Yeah, I'm playing it now, full
All right.
screen, on my side.
Yep.
So we can see like a green
I'm not
energy
seeing
being.
it.
It
I'm
does.
just seeing your Google
Well, that's
search.
because I'm playing it on my side.
Oh,
but,
well, I
here,
need you to play it on your browser so everybody can see it.
Then I need to open it in the browser. Hang on.
Well, just click and drag.
Yeah, no, I'm just opening it. Oh, it downloaded it. Hang on.
Yeah, no, you gotta.
No,
click
that
and-
just downloaded it. I have to open it on the here. Hang on.
Yeah.
I gotta go straight to my my like a folder of some kind and
Well, I
navigate
got it
my
up right here
downloads.
if you want.
You can do it. And,
Yeah. All right, let me bigger this
But
for
the
us.
viewers can see it though that I'm watching on
I'm watching
streaming.
it here.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
laser,
that's-
yeah, that was.
What?
Didn't you
Yeah,
say that
that
was a special effects thing, by the way?
That's what I said. That's what I did. That's what I discovered. Someone posted it on the Reddit thread, and apparently there's a bunch of guys acting, and I don't know. They censored the F-bomb and all that. I'm not sure if it's
Yeah.
legit. I don't think it is.
Well, that's
They sound
you
like they mean it. I don't know.
That's kind of a scary video.
Street.
Like,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
you said, it
What
looks
the
just like, from Tom Cruise's War of the Worlds, the initial laser blast. Like,
No, it's someone asked me that on the thread I made on Reddit. They said, "Isn't this what happened at the beginning of War of the Worlds, the one with Tom Cruise?" And someone replied, "No," but I mean, it probably wasn't like at the beginning. He replied again saying, "I didn't mean at the beginning, just at some point in the movie," and that's what you said. Yes, it did.
yeah. And there's this other video
Crow.
about
The one I posted of the crows that were acting
crows.
funny after the earthquake in Japan.
Yeah, let me play this here for us.
Crows
give us
in
the
Japan
blow
have been
by blow
behaving
on what this
strangely
is?
before, after, and during
Like,
the
can you just
earthquake.
tell us
Take
like,
a look.
what is this? What's happening with them?
I mean, this is not unheard of. Animals, especially birds, behave very erratically, like especially right before an earthquake. So I don't know
This
why
is
everybody's
after
like
the earthquake,
freaking out
so-
about the crows doing this. This is very normal behavior for animals.
Yeah, I've just
you know?
never seen it before.
Yeah.
That's all. I know that it's true what you're saying,
I mean,
but
like I remember as
I
a
mean,
kid,
crows.
like and we're out here in earthquake country, out here in California, you know, like as a kid, I since then I've known okay, the birds, they react because birds and other animals, fish, dogs, all this stuff, they all
A lot
act,
of them have that primal sense of something's about to be
yeah,
wrong or something
impending
happened.
danger. So then they go do some
We don't
weird
have that
stuff.
anymore. We evolved past it,
Well, I
and we
wouldn't
shouldn't have.
consider that
Well,
an
I mean,
evolutionary trait. If
I
we
would
lost
consider it more of a
something.
de-evolutionary trait because we
Yeah.
don't have it anymore
Yeah.
very well. We just have to think about things critically, which is harder than just knowing, hey, this thing is just happened or this thing is about to happen. You see dogs acting funny when they can hear stuff that we can't farther away, so they know.
Yeah. Plus, like they might also feel the slight tremors beforehand. Like we had an earthquake the other day, and it was funny. Like you said, oh, we have an earthquake, and then you're telling me like how much you were shaking, and I'm like, okay, and I'm sitting here really paying attention, and I just feel the ever so slightest, whoop, so it's like, oh hey, I
And
felt
then
it
there
when
was
it
the
hit me.
aftershock. The aftershock hit us right after that. We both felt it. You're in Orange County. I'm in LA County.
Yep.
You said it started in San Bernardino. I don't know.
It started up.
It wasn't you. It was my housemate. He said somewhere nearby there, but it wasn't actually there.
Well, it was 20, 30.
It was that was the county that it was from.
Yeah.
That happened in.
Well, it was between the two mountain ranges, the San Bernardino and the other ones. Like, it was kind of like right in between, right there. So it was like about 25, 30 miles to the northeast of me, and slightly, less than that for you, because you're like between us. And that's actually how I gauged it. I was like, okay, when am I gonna feel it? Because it hit you first, and then it hit me. And so you're closer.
Yeah, no, I felt it, and then you felt it, and then we both felt the aftershock. And then my monitor shook, and I was holding it in place like this with my hand, and it didn't fall over, thank goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, what other topics do we have here? Let's see here. So have you downloaded those videos before I delete them?
I did. I have.
Okay.
I have downloaded them.
Then I will delete them. Now, what is this?
I wanted.
We have a Reddit.
Oh yeah. Okay,
post
so
here.
many Reddit posts. This is one of the ones
Directed
about
energy
exactly
weapon.
that.
Oh wow. Oh, this
This
is
is
that
the
laser
thread.
again. Okay.
This is the thread that I was talking about that
Okay.
I mentioned. Someone said that about War of the Worlds.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of that.
Like it was removed. I did remove it from the sub because I'm a moderator here, right? And I wanted to go over that, but like someone commented War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
There it is. Isn't that the start of Tom Cruise version of War of the Worlds? And
Yeah,
someone
it
replies
looks
no,
like
and then
it.
he
Even
replies,
beams it's like.
I mean,
like
I didn't mean literally. It just happens
Yeah.
in the movie more or less. That's what he kind of said.
yeah, it looked like it. Is
And we
what
have
I'm
a
saying.
couple
So,
people that are getting downvoted here. Let me see. Oh, yeah, he's calling it fake, but he's right, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
didn't you
don't
say
know.
like,
We don't really
somebody
know.
somebody came forward and said that was some kind of editing project or something?
That's what I'm looking for, that comment right now.
Hey,
I believe he replied to me about it, so I need to find it.
Yo, what's
Woo,
up, Creek?
Reddit.
How you doing, man?
we got
Welcome to
going
the
on
show.
Reddit?
We're discussing
Yeah.
UFOlogy and science and tech and
You know what's even better for the show tonight?
what?
Xander, I got a brand new song.
Oh.
Oh, you made
this
music
is,
again.
This is not the peanut, but I do welcome your songs.
Oh. I am just making sure that this mix sounds halfway decent at least. It's not the final mix.
All right.
I really need somebody to mix
I should
the
probably be
music.
paying attention to my stream on YouTube. I'm gonna
You
make sure I
should.
can find
You
it.
should.
I'm gonna find it.
Somebody should be.
How do I even get there?
Mixing engineer. Who wants dibs? Who wants to mix songs?
No, I don't know how you do anything you do. Look at all those tabs. Good lord, my guy.
I need to
Like-
erase
I
like
thought you were
good
about to
30
say
or
Xander.
40
I
of
don't know
these.
why I would ever want to listen to your music. Is what I thought you were gonna say.
No.
Like, oh, okay, I see.
I may be
I
an
see how
asshole,
it
but
is.
I'm not that kind of
Mixing
an asshole.
engineer. Who
you
wants
know?
dibs? Who wants to mix songs? Yeah, who wants to do
No,
this?
I don't know
I'm
how
gonna-
you do anything you do.
Here,
Look at all
there
those.
we
Now I
go,
hear my
there we
sword,
go.
my guy.
I
Okay.
thought you
Oh.
were about to say
Do the
Xander,
dog
I'm gonna shit part of it and mix the song and not actually be on it. That'd be great, and you won't get any credit. It's awesome.
Well, anyway, let's move on up here. Mr. Noah, you have from GAO.gov, directed
If we're
energy
shooting the shit
weapons,
about
TOD
aliens.
should focus on transition planning. So what is this? Tell us about this. $1 billion
let me go
annually. Holy crap.
Oh, are you talking about the article you have pulled up from the GAO?
Yes, I am. Trying
Okay,
to keep the show,
I'm gonna.
moving. So,
Yeah, let me go find
The
that
gal.
actually as well. I just
Yeah.
gotta go back in there.
Why
There
don't
it
you
is.
like reduce your tabs by 90%? You know.
Those are a lot of tabs.
I want to keep
Oh
some
my
of these
God.
open for a minute. Here, I'll just.
Good
My
Lord
fucking
in heaven,
computer, Chrome,
I don't-
my Chrome on my computer would open like 4 of those tabs and then have an actual fucking aneurysm. If I had any
That
more
was
than
what
4
my old
tabs
computer
open,
did. My old computer did the same thing
I wonder
no,
why.
this shit would freak the fuck out.
because it
and
was
be
a
like,
piece of shit.
Excuse me, my fella.
My
no.
old computer.
Why do you have more than 2 tabs open? You're not even watching porn. Why do you need to open other like you know when you open it when you bookmark porn like you're actually gonna come
Yikes,
back
dude.
to it?
I don't
Let's,
bookmark any
this
of
show
that.
is
Yeah,
not
it
about
does,
porn.
but-
This show is about UFOlogy.
No,
Let's,
Nope.
no.
There's.
This is a little bit more
You're in
strict
login.
than the peanut. Let's stay on topic
Oh, I
here, if
didn't
that's
know.
cool with you.
What show is this, if you don't mind me
This is
asking?
the Edge
I've
of
been out the loop.
Disclosure. Yeah, as I said earlier, we talk about UFOlogy, you know, conspiracies, technology, science,
Xander.
paranormal, things like that. It's like the peanut with a little bit more direct focus,
Quick, Xander, how do you spell UFO?
UFO.
There you go. A lot of people don't know how to fucking respond.
A
to
lot
that,
of people don't
and
know
I'm
how to
like,
dial 911. What's the number for 911? I don't know.
That blew my
You
mind.
mean what's
I
the
actually
number
heard
for
somebody say that.
the emergency services?
Yeah, which is 999 if you're in the British Isles. So.
I'm
Or
looking
it's
at
a
the same. Is
completely
this the one
different
you were
number
looking
if
at,
it's
or is it this
Yes,
one?
it is actually.
Oh,
So-
okay. It says directed energy weapons. ThEoD Department of Defense should focus on transition planning. This is posted in 2023, like almost a year ago, in April 17th.
April 17th. So yeah,
Exactly a
9
year
months
ago.
This is like a
No,
release, like a
No.
not
press
exactly,
release.
but three
Yeah.
months
Well,
before.
I
no,
don't
know.
think it's anything like the one we saw that had the laser beam that was
Mm.
green. I think that was actually a special effects,
Well,
but
it
who
was.
knows?
But I
Who-
mean, this
who
kind of
knows, though?
coincides with that.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
directed
Yeah.
energy.
No, no, look
so-
at my screen. Look at my screen. Can you
Yeah,
see it?
I've seen that video.
I'm
Let me
talking to
check.
Creek.
Oh,
actually,
Creek,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, let me
so
check.
everyone
Yeah,
here,
I'm
this is
seeing
what
that.
we're discussing.
Yeah.
What the is that, dude? What?
Why?
I know, right?
Anyway,
What is that?
anyway,
It was
What is
I know that-
it was fake.
It was-
We believe it's
I was
fake.
gonna say,
It's just like the directed laser.
it's also
First of
happening
all-
during a thunderstorm, so
Yeah.
who knows
first of
if
all, I
it's
gotta
even.
turn that stream way down. But second of all,
Hmm.
I mean, that. I mean, I know you guys say that's fake, but like, at the same time, if that were real, that would have blown up everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
yeah.
Green
But
laser.
it's not, so
what is it
we know.
doing? What is it? Taking. Yeah. It's just it's some sort of laser. Aliens are just assholes. We find out, and they shoot a laser at you that gives you cancer.
Yikes.
It's like
I have
"Ah,
a couple
I
links
chose
here
you,
for
I flew
Twitter
over, I
that I
It's
want
like
to
a
go
cancer
over.
ray from Harley Quinn when
Yeah.
she gave that thug a cancer. Like,
yeah, it's just aliens are
It
assholes.
reminds me
and
of
they
the time
fly
Carmen
down
Big
every once
Kyle
in a while,
Eggs
and
or
they're like,
Stan, whoever it was.
yeah, they're like, oh, look at 10-year-old Jimmy here living
Oh,
in Utah.
God.
He's minding his own business. Stage 4.
yikes.
Take that laser. There you go.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
now you're
like,
making me
why
think
did-
about
you know,
South Park.
Yeah, the Lord works in mysterious ways. If he wanted little Jimmy to get stage 4, that's his plan.
That dude.
But
the
it
only
wasn't
stage
God's
4,
plan, it
the
was
only stage
aliens.
4 I wish for a child is stage 4 in Mario. You know?
I was about to say 4-4.
Yeah.
No, 4-2. It was 4-2.
Oh. Okay, you nerds.
That-
I always use the warps, so I can't say shit.
Yeah.
I
okay.
never play through the game fully.
Hmm.
No.
You know what 4-? You know what fast 4-2 is, right?
Isn't that
Is
where
it
you
the one
get
with
the
the spinies?
0-0? Like,
No, it's
-1. That's if you.
No, the fast
one
means
dash two.
it's for speedrunners. There's a
Oh.
documentary about 4-2 and how it became a speedrunning territory for a while there in the 80s.
all right. Well, let's get back on topic here. Like, what does
Yeah.
it say? DoD spends $1 billion annually on developing directed energy, concentrated electromagnetic energy weapons.
Oh, shit.
That sounds crazy. For example, DoD, which stands for the Department of Defense, has developed high-energy lasers that have successfully shot down drones in demonstrations, and we actually do have active defense lasers on our ships now. So we now have actual
Operation
active
Star
lasers.
Wars.
Yeah, like
So
We have a big dome that protects America, and if you try to penetrate it, the rocket bounces off. and
no,
goes
I
back
think
to
the
you, so-
Iron Dome is an Israel thing. So
No, I
it
was
is.
talking about.
It is.
I was talking about what was that in the '80s? Who was the Ronald Reagan
oh
when he lied to the Russians about having a big shield above America? So if they were to send a rocket, it would have bounced off and gone back to Russia.
Oh
They
my
bought
God.
it.
Huh.
I don't know why they bought it, and he even named it
Yeah.
Project Star Wars. Like,
I'm gonna take this hat off. I shouldn't be wearing it in the first place.
All right.
Going off.
But it says here the Army developed a detailed transition plan describing schedules and stakeholder roles to support moving these weapons into development. However, the Navy and Air Force has not done the same. Well, as I already said, we already have stuff on
so
Navy ships and whatnot.
This is I've never seen one of these things go off, so I don't know how powerful it is, or how whatever it is capable of. But it looks to me like this can be mounted on the back of a truck and beamed at some area somewhere else.
I mean, even as you've seen from me, please don't show it on screen. The Air Force is working on some sort of
You're cutting in and out, Creek.
Yeah, I can hardly hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
A little bit better, but let me turn you up anyway, like 150, 140.
I was jostling around. So that's probably why. I moved so much as an inch, and my shitty, by the way, I want to call them out.
Yeah.
My shitty Razer headset.
I have a terrible one too. Oh my god, I need to get a new one.
If I move the USB so much as of an inch, it's like, should have been aborted. I'm not going to play your fucking audio.
Okay, well, while you're searching through that, we can come back to it, but I want to keep going.
What I was saying is the Air Force is kind of working on not so much explosives themselves, but where to store them, as we know.
Well, let's not start divulging any national security things.
No, and don't show the photos I sent you.
I'm not going to.
Thank you.
And let's not even allude that I have things that I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
So.
It was funny that night. I was like, when I woke up in the morning, I was like feeling like shit. I looked out my window. It's like 2 white cars outside.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to cover
I put all of my electronics in one big circle, and I was like, I don't know anything.
Are you not hearing me?
Well, Creek, let's give Noah the mic here for a minute.
Yeah, here we go.
Noah,
this is actually my show.
Yeah, there we go. I had to turn you up. That's why.
So,
oh my God,
we're
Creek.
talking about directed energy
Noah.
weapons, and I have this other link you posted, Science and Tech Spotlight, more directed energy weapons from the same website, but another page here. So, talk to us about that, Noah. You looked up into this.
Yeah, this is something I looked up because I wanted to know if it was possible that was our direct energy weapon, or if it was actually a special effects or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I've looked it up, and I gave you a link for it in the channel, and that's the one you're looking at. And I'm gonna try, and here it is. I already have it open. Okay, so it says what GAO found. It says the Department of Defense is currently developing directed energy weapons with the goal of defeating a range of threats, including drones and missiles. I'm not sure if it means beaming a frequency that'll neutralize it, or just a laser or whatever. However, the DoD has long noted that GAP, sometimes called the Valley of Death, is between its development and acquisition of communities that impede technology transition. So this is going to be a new kind of technology that we're just coming out with publicly for military military private sector.
This coincides with what I said about the lasers on ships. This is not really an offensive weapon. It's more of a defensive. And what it does is it uses highly focused laser beams, light, and melts the incoming drone or missile or something before it hits the ship or before it hits whatever the target is.
You made me think of something just now. I was going to say, I bet you when we start having spaceships and they become mainstream, or ships, they can traverse space to get you from place to place.
I would love that.
Spaceships. They're going to call them ships, not spaceships.
Well, that's the thing.
But even
my
worse,
whole rant I went on the other day about blah blah blah. Imagine flying submarines and such, and then wait a minute. Eventually, we will, if we already haven't had, developed.
Well, technically,
we will be developing a craft that can travel from air to water and vice versa, and then by extension, we will now have to develop munitions because even lasers operate in different environments.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back on camera, but
space,
it's kind of
air, or underwater. We're gonna have to have craft and munitions that can travel between those 3 and even more extreme mediums. If we're going to conduct warfare, in these things. We already have the Space Force, and we all know about the UFOs or the UAPs, the USOs, the unidentified submerged objects and all that stuff. Yeah. What if this is another case of the SR-71? What if those are our craft? They're not actually aliens. They're our craft, and they're just yet to be, declassified. 30
I've heard
years from
people
now,
say that the triangular craft actually belonged to us. I don't know who.
Look at the stealth bomber. It's
I
a
mean,
flying wing. It's a triangular
It's
craft.
the stealth
guy
bomber.
named Mark
Like,
Allen-
are you
Mark
talking about
Allen
that
said that to
black
me.
one that's kind of triangular? Like it's been
Yeah, well, there's a
disclosed
stealth
for a long
bomber,
time,
there's a
but-
stealth fighter, there's the
Oh, that thing
SR-71,
used to be my favorite.
SR-72, which are, those are spy planes, the last two. But
Yeah,
Hey,
so
well,
a guy
actually, like
named
that,
Mark
but
Allen came to
really
me
quick,
and said,
before I forget, Xander, we
Okay.
well, hold on.
do have a space. Yeah, my ass. We do have an air submarine. It's called a Zeppelin.
Well, that's something else. Like,
Because it travels
The-
slow as shit, and it's humongous.
well, submarines
mean-
travel pretty quick. But anyway, what were you saying, Noah?
Oh, never mind.
I don't remember. All I
Oh.
remember is I was trying to say that something about we were talking about, and I do not remember anymore because interruptions.
Yeah.
Can we go on to the next one?
Okay.
I
We're
think this
talking
is
about
one.
UAPs.
I have a few tweets pulled up here, and I want to
let's
go
see
over
here.
them.
Let me
And then
get
there's
rid of
like,
these.
this is about
Yeah,
the
you got quite a few
superconductor.
tweets here.
Okay.
Open up these.
This, well, I have these also. I think these are about. Actually, let me move these over here.
So, the Navy
We're gonna
UAP patent for superconductor uses piezoelectric stress. Oh yeah, I've heard
Piezo,
about
no, it's
converting stress to
piezoelectric.
electricity. Sorry.
Piezoelectric.
Say it one more time.
No. Piezoelectric.
Oh, okay.
Which one is that? This one? You're reading off
Uh,
here?
The first link, like I just opened
Okay.
them in order. So, from
This is not
Pablo-
related.
From Pablo the E-Mouse. So,
Yeah, so for read on, it says the
What?
Navy, there are Navy patents, UFO patents, and he says they're wild. LHC level energies to tunnel through space time. We're talking about wormholes now, Rhinestein-Rogen bridges. Maybe I think this is the thing I had open. Or, no, it
I've
wasn't.
heard
Oh,
about
it
this,
was.
like converting stress into electricity, through various memes and whatnot, and that's really interesting.
But what the thing is, if you can actually make fusion energy, well, not fusion, but free energy, you're not putting in anything. You're just receiving energy. Even
well,
when
you
we
got
talk
to
about
put in
fusion,
something
even
to get something out. You can't. Energy
Well-
can neither be created or destroyed. It can only be
you're
converted.
talking about matter.
No, that's energy. Energy is
Both.
part of matter.
Oh.
Energy, even though it's light and it's energy, still has mass on some
The,
level.
the definition of energy in physics is
Energy
the
and
ability to
entropy.
do work. The ability to do work.
Yeah,
There's some
Physics-
rhyme about
physics,
that.
Yeah, what?
Oh, I was saying there's
I
some rhyme about that entropy and energy or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I bet it's
Wheelhouse
great and
Rock sort of
square.
thing.
Let me
cool,
look
but-
it up. Why am I using
I don't remember.
Go away. I want
I don't know.
Nicosia. Entropy.
No, I
and
think Noah's right.
Hey,
Right.
where's my
That's fine.
chat? Where's my channel? I'm streaming, but I don't see the channel where we're... Not the channel. The part of the stream where there's
Because
a chat.
you're not live. Hover over your
I
video.
do think Noah's right on this
Hover
one.
over your
guys.
video.
Okay.
No, hover your mouse.
Oh,
Yeah, there
there.
you
Oh, you got the.
But I don't see the channel chat on the right side here.
go.
Oh,
Because
There,
I don't know where
that is.
which program are you using? Are you using Streamlabs?
Using Streamlabs, yes.
Yeah, no, it's
Streamlabs.
up on your Streamlabs. Open up your Streamlabs. It should show you on the
Got
right
it. I
side.
just realized I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, but it says something went wrong and it didn't load. It has a monkey with like a hammer.
That happens
That's entropy.
sometimes.
no.
Yeah.
So,
Hang on, let me see. There's a button that says refresh chat. Let me try that.
Like how we're
Okay, I
trying to
think
have,
it's
like,
trying-
a-
I think it's
a
trying to load.
Scientific adult discussion.
No, you know what? I can't get it to load for some reason.
Oh,
I don't know
we'll
why.
work it out sometime later. But let's get
Okay.
back.
I
was
won't be
looking
able
at
to
this.
interact with chat though. I won't be able to interact with it. I probably have it turned off in my YouTube settings actually because I've never streamed before.
Well, it says
Oh,
here,
how-
entropy is a scientific concept that is mostly commonly associated with a state of disorder, randomness, or uncertainty. The term and the concept are used in diverse fields, from classical thermodynamics, where it was first recognized, to the microscopic description of nature in statistical physics, and the principles of information theory. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. I'm going to add this.
I have a
wiki in the
question.
other bar.
I mean, I have more of a statement than a question I want to list off. But
Alright.
I remember someone told me once that entropy, and there is something that is akin to entropy, and that is basically the error of time.
Hmm.
As if like it bursted out of the Big Bang, like the Big Bang happened, and then I don't know if we even believe in that theory anymore. I believe more, and I'm more subscribed to plasma cosmology, which is there's no beginning, perceivable beginning or end of the universe, and it's just always existed. But I think that when they say that the error of time is akin to, or vice versa, entropy, they're just talking about how it goes in a certain direction from a beginning point, and it never ends, and it never ends. Entropy. Have you ever heard of the heat death theory of the universe?
Yes, the Great Crunch.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, or Would that? Yeah, that would be the Great Crunch, and then there's the Great
The
Cold.
Great Crunch.
I think it's called the Big Crunch. I could be wrong.
The Big
The
Crunch
Big
is
Crunch.
basically like it's a theory about the universe that eventually it's going to slow down, expanding, and it's going to reverse, and it's going to slowly start crunching in on itself, and we're going to go right
And
back
then
to
we're-
being a
See, that's
singularity.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
12-year-old me would have
It happens.
been
It's
so
supposed to
scared of
happen
that.
after, and I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this. I'm not a physicist or a scientist, but I heard that I think it's going. Probably could happen after all the stars go out, and it's just the end, and that's called the heat death.
Well, that's the
we
great
won't be around for that.
because that's another theory. That's when it instead of coming back, it just keeps dispersing until everything all the way down to the atomic level is like light years away from each other. We just turn into a giant, great expanse of nothingness. You know, that's another theory
Yeah.
about the inevitable, like, conclusion of the universe. So.
See, I'm still scared about that shit, and I know I'm not going to be here for it.
Well,
Like, I'm
nothing
not gonna
lasts
be able to-
forever. Not even the universe.
Exactly.
So.
But
I'm
that
looking
goes
at this. I'm looking at
back to
this.
the other night where, okay, so if aliens exist, does that mean there's still a God? And also, on top of that, if the universe is just going to putter out one day, right? Then death becomes not that scary because, it's going to happen anyways. First of all, in real life, whether you're
Yeah.
going to die of old age or a disease or what have you.
So
Not
is the
only that,
universe.
if you were to live forever, yeah, you couldn't live forever, actually, because at some point, the entire universe is going to die. Whether
Yeah.
you're there for it or not. That's pretty spooky.
Unless you somehow get yourself out of like the physics of the universe and like be in a bubble of observation, you know, or
Yeah, I know.
travel to
And
a
the
parallel
information
reality that's
theory
younger,
is
you know, like
the thing with information theory is also interesting because it says that the universe is composed of information. And there's like a theory, but I'll show you a video by a channel called Quantum Gravity Research later on when we're done with this. But we can put that in the description also. It's kind of interesting.
Well, let's get back to these Twitter links that you posted. Like, I
Okay,
have
so actually,
a couple
this
of
is
these
the
from
patent.
Pablo, one from Ashton Forbes, LK99. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he's been covering LK99 a little bit with also to do with the MH370 flight that's went missing in 2014 from
Oh, yeah.
Malaysia Airlines, and he was
Oh,
talking about
Malaysia.
it having to do with the orbs around it. They surrounded it and it vanished, and how there was like a lithium ion fire in the somewhere in there in the plane, and there was no black box. Nothing has ever been recovered from that flight. It
Reminds
is
me-
I thought
gone.
they
It is-
had the black box. Did they not?
No.
Oh.
No.
don't
I
think
had
they
to
No,
did.
fly
no,
on
here's
Malaysia.
the thing
I
with
had to
that.
fly on that airlines about, I would say, 2 or 3 weeks after that
Yikes.
incident.
Want to know the funny thing?
I was
That
so
flight is
paranoid, I got a
completely
nosebleed.
missing. There's no debris. It's not in the ocean. It's just
Awful.
gone. We don't know where or when or what happened to it. It makes me think of like
That's
the Philadelphia
fucking terrible.
I was
experiment.
literally just gonna say this reminds me of the Philadelphia experiment. Like,
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But you can imagine, Xander, you already know I have anxiety like a madman. But then, like 2 or 3 weeks after, we had to leave Okinawa from work and fly Malaysian Airlines back to the States, and I was like, absolutely not.
That's a white
I
knuckle
will-
flight.
Yeah, no, literally, I felt so paranoid. Like I got a nosebleed
Jeez.
on the flight. I was having such a fucking hard time, especially because of what had happened. But then, my dad kind of put it in a term where, okay, so this airline's crashed, right? So the next few weeks of this airlines is the safest to travel it because they don't want any more publicity than what already happened. They're gonna do everything in their
Give me a minute.
to make
My
sure
roommate's calling me. I think he wants me to let him in.
All right.
Ooh.
His roommate. So I'm just copy and pasting these links here. Oh, hey.
I thought you
Noah
were
posted
copy
it.
pasting my song, sending it to a bunch of people. I was gonna say, hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, I still
You
want
wanna
to talk with
check
you
it
off
out real quick?
camera. Like, I want to set up a regular thing where, like, with or without you, I want to have a section near the end of the Peanut, at least, where we showcase one of your songs or anything.
Oh, well, could we
As-
showcase the song now during the break, or?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and play this. Where's
Oh.
my
It's not-
Where'd it go? Hold on a second. These are my downloads. Okay, downloads. Here we go. So let me play this song here really quick. This
there it
this
is.
is not a cover, right? This is not anything that we can get copywritten on or anything like that.
No.
Okay. So let me pause the background music and let me play this.
Please excuse me for like
Yeah.
a couple of minutes.
No worries.
That's all right.
We have exactly a couple of minutes. little jangly guitar parts with the
I gotta
hardest
have
part.
these on hand too for like little breaks and such. So.
Didn't have to be so nice. I would have liked you anyway. If you had just looked once or twice, gone upon your quiet way. Today said the time was right for me to follow you.
Follow you.
I'd find you in a day or two, and it's true. You came up on a quiet day, simply seemed to take your place. I knew that it would be that way.
This is my love song to the 60s. What I would give to go back there. You know, I've never been there. Do anything. This song probably would have been a fucking top-notch shit in the 60s. Fucking. Well, I mean, they're grandmas now, but they would have been loving me. Oh,
When we had a few more days, wonder if I'll get to say you didn't have to be so nice. I would have liked you anyway. Today said the time is
syncopated harmonies. That's nuts.
I knew I'd find you in a day or two, and it's true. Didn't have to be so nice. I would have liked you anyway.
Some tubular bells in there. A good measure.
I like it. It's a good song.
It's, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's simple, but effective.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, 2 days go by from now, you'll be like waiting in line at fucking Burger King or something. You'll be humming it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Noah's still not back yet, so I'm gonna like go ahead and continue on here just to give us some more things. So, like,
What do
all
we have
these links, as well, we didn't say that on this show yet, but all these links that I've been gathering will be posted after the live stream. As anybody who's watching can see, like, I've been gathering links here. So,
A spoonful of them.
yeah. Oh, just in time. Perfect.
No, I wasn't even on for like 3 minutes, but I didn't
know.
expect a phone call. I didn't expect that.
Dang.
My roommate
Never
is
mind.
not here. He's going somewhere. Needed me to bring him something
All
to his
right.
car.
No, I gotta ask,
Yes.
why the tan pants? Because for like a
The what?
split second, the tan pants.
That's
I don't
his
know.
khakis.
No, they're
and I'm
like
not
doctors.
saying it in a bad way. I like brown pants. I like tan.
The reason,
pants. I love
I'll tell you the
But
reason.
from a
It's because all my
smaller
other stuff
man-
is dirty.
Oh,
That's a good
fair-
reason.
Oh my god, I feel.
I'm
bad.
getting a
Yeah.
pair of jeans in the
Yeah.
mail soon anyway.
Yeah,
What were
just
you
ordered-
discussing while I was gone?
Oh, we were just listening to one of Creek's songs, and then I was talking about how like all the links that that we've been going to, I've been gathering. I'm gonna post them after the live stream, as per usual. And all
Now
that stuff.
that might be an alien thing.
Can you read that tweet before you change it to a different one? And then I want to go over the paper.
LK99 is back from Ashton Forbes. Room temperature
Yeah.
superconductivity (RTSC) cannot be suppressed for much
What is
longer,
LK99?
and with it, our whole world will change. Technology
I'm
previously
being-
thought to be science fiction will become possible. A new study suggests a strong possibility that LK99 can achieve room temperature superconductivity if synthesized correctly. And in italics here,
Like
it
the
says, our
Hadron Collider?
experiment suggests at room temperature the Meissner effect is possibly present in the material. I gotta look that up.
You want to know the
Meissner
funny
effect.
thing? You want to know the funny thing about this guy, Ashton Forbes? Everyone seems to dunk on him because they think he's connecting a conspiracy theory, which they don't believe. The orbs surrounding the plane.
Yeah.
With plane, and there's something else. So I don't know about the clouds. There were some files. I don't fully understand it. I haven't delved into it too much. I've been out of the loop for a week. I haven't had any time to talk about it with them, so I don't really know anything on it. I don't really know much about. I have no merit to really speak on the whole thing with the clouds and the files that I'm talking about. But a lot of people say he's a conspiracy nut, but he's right. LK99 is important, and that could do it. They could do that for us.
Now,
Even if
before I
it's not
continue
just-
on, Actually, here it says here, perfect diamagnetism, namely the Meissonier effect, serves as one of the
Meissner.
fundamental criterions to examine a candidate for superconductive or of
Should
superconductive.
be criteria.
Now, what is the Meissner effect? It is an expulsion of magnetic field from a superconductor during its transition to the superconducting state when it is cooled below the critical temperature. So
The expulsion is to say that will
Yeah.
repel a nearby magnet. So
Yeah.
the thing with LK99 is it's supposed to levitate on its own. When you put it on a magnet, it'll float in the air. It's like you know what a maglev train is?
yes.
Same thing. Same thing.
Yes. Well, I've had thoughts about this myself for quite some time. Like, if we can tap into the Earth's natural electromagnetic frequency, not only, are we doing things, with quote-unquote free energy with, Nikola Tesla and all that stuff, but then, if we can figure out how to harness and counter the polarities at any given time in space on the X, Y, and Z axis, then we can fully, at least on the planet, unlock levitation. Bring.
What was
in
that thing
those,
what was that thing I covered
vehicles
earlier
from
that
the
had to do
Matrix.
with
You remember the Nebuchadnezzar and all that stuff? Those vehicles
Yes,
that
the
are flying.
the Nebuchadnezzar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, what was that thing I mentioned earlier about tapping into Einstein-Rosen bridges? Where was that thing? Did you
I
save
don't
it?
remember.
Okay,
Like-
but we must have been erased it because it's not in the channel anymore here.
Oh,
But I was talking about wormholes as they were mentioning it somewhere. I don't remember where though, what tab it was. I probably closed a billion tabs already and forgot which
Yeah.
one it was.
well, let
The
me finish up
purpose of-
reading this tweet really quick, and then we'll continue.
Yeah, and then I want to go on to this chat OpenAI thing I'm talking about here. I have it pulled up. It's about the same thing. Just some extra information. Go ahead.
It says here, there is no doubt the direct observation of DC Hysterius is essential, which turns out to be the main subject of this work. In summary, the diamagnetism in CSLA has been investigated via both MT curves and Hysterius MH loops, which can be observed up to 250 K given the ZFC-FC biofurication at above 300 K. We think there is still great chance to observe room temperature superconductivity.
Most of that was
So
most of that was technobabble. Open the link
Yeah.
there, the PDF. Most of that was just
PDF,
technobabble.
okay. Let's see here.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah.
Okay, go back.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
whatever. So this is the research paper published by, I think this is the original team, or it's some other Chinese laboratories that aren't in South Korea. But they said the two different teams in China and a few others, well, they've come out and said, we did this again. It replicated, but it's not superconductor. It's not at room temperature. It's like sub-room temperature. It's like negative
Yeah.
10 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so we're getting there. That's the point. Like,
Yeah.
we're progressing, and this is because see, for anybody who doesn't really fully understand, okay, when you run your computer, it gets hot. You have fans in your computer to cool it down. Well, that's because computing generates heat. The more power
They don't
you put into
use
it, the more
superconductors.
heat
They use
it produces.
semiconductors
And
right
this
now.
and this is why I'm explaining the basics of thermodynamics and whatnot here. But this is why a lot of gaming computers, and stuff have, liquid coolant and all that stuff, because they're getting, you're getting a lot more out of your computer. You're gonna have to put more in to cool it. We're getting to the point where the cooling requirement is getting less and less and less. And
I'm just
with
gonna go
this-
down a list in a minute of
what is this
things.
called? K39 or something again? K9
LK
LK99.
LK99.
Basically, we're getting, we're progressing, at least with computers and whatnot, and with this superconductivity. This is power generation, creating power.
AO.
Yes.
I would very much like to go over that with you while we go over this ChatGPT list. I made a few lists of things that could happen because of LK99 and superconductivity,
Okay.
just in
Then
general.
go for it.
So the first thing I said was, what could LK99 be used for or lead to? And then it says, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with. I just said, this is back a long time ago. I said last week a team of South Korean physicists claimed they created new material. Anyway, that was
Do you have a
months
transcript
ago.
for this that I can link to, by the way?
You can just copy this and press update and copy link and put it in the description.
Okay.
I just copied
where
the
do I
link.
copy it?
I'm gonna put this in mic list right now. That's
Okay,
the
thank
one
you.
I'm talking. That's the one. This is me talking to ChatGPT, and it's saying it'll lead to things like, and this is energy transmission and storage, fusion energy, quantum computing could be completely unlocked with this, medical imaging, transportation, electronics, and telecommunications. So all your gadgets are gonna run without any friction when the energy and electricity transmission is happening, and then the wires. You're probably not even gonna need wires anymore after this at all. It said it could eliminate cooling challenges, scale and integration. Cooling systems for traditional superconductors are bulky and limit scalability of quantum computers. So it's going to lead to quantum computing. Increased stability and coherence. That's like understanding something easily. That's coherence. I don't know what it refers to in physics because I'm not a physicist, like I said, but I know that's one thing it could lead to. Access and adoption. So more things will become available as time goes on. And then it has faster computation, integration with existing technologies and things like that. And then I asked it again, now list some hypothetical inventions that may be possible with a room temperature ambient pressure superconductor like LK99. And then it has some of the same stuff, ultra high speed. Well,
Yeah,
this
there's
is
a
the
lot
part that I
of
think is
redundancies in here.
right, but this is another question. Name an invention from science fiction that could be possible from this tech. It comes up with the Back to the Future hoverboard from
Yeah.
Back to the Future 2.
That goes
I said,
coincides
okay,
with what I
now
just
name,
said about the
and I
Nebuchadnezzar.
told it to name 5 more, and one of them was lightsabers from Star Wars, the transporter from Star Trek, the invisibility cloak, which we already have from Harry Potter. We already have it. The holodeck from Star Trek, and
Yeah.
jetpacks from various sci-fi points of origin.
Dude, like all this
Tell-
VR and AR and everything, like, that's kind of a holodeck in itself. And,
This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite responses I've ever gotten from ChatGPT right here. I said, "Tell me, is any of the following possible because of this tech?" And I put a colon and I listed hard light, programmable matter, and matter generation, which you said isn't possible, but this is what ChatGPT says. So read that for me. That first one.
Well, I'm not saying it's impossible to generate matter. What I'm saying is energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be, transferred.
Changed.
Or it
Changed.
can only be
Yeah.
I
Altered.
forgot the word.
It is changed.
Yeah, but basically, you're talking about
Oops.
the food maker from Star Trek. Like what's it called? Like whatever, like tea, Earl Grey hot. Like it literally just takes like matter, converts it into other matter, and makes it into food. I mean, it's the reverse
Speaking
of
of food, I'm
it's
hungry.
basically the reverse of digestion. Like what do we do when we eat food? It breaks it down, and it becomes other stuff and part of our being. Well, if you reverse that process, you just take molecules and particles, mold them into a certain way, and boom, you got a cheesecake. Like,
I don't know if that's exactly how it works, but okay.
well, I mean, theoretically, yeah, like that's the food processor or whatever. It's I gotta look this up. What is the food machine in Star Trek?
I don't know the name of it, but
The
I don't think that's.
replicator. Yeah, because it's replicating. It replicates a base thing, and it creates. It doesn't create matter. It just uses things like as resources to make.
And you
something
do me a
else.
favor.
Yes.
Have a look at my screen again. This is some scientific inventions
Alright.
from science fiction concepts that could be made possible with things like this.
Well, what is science fiction but science fact tomorrow? I mean, like, to bring up
Basically.
a personal thing, not to step on your microphone or anything.
A lot of this comes from Star Trek, like
Yeah,
the energy
well,
shields they have, the
But I
starships
mean,
from
like,
Home,
let me give a
from Home.
personal example. All right, like in my family.
All right.
All right, my mom, okay, grew up, as a kid. We were never going to break the sound barrier. That was impossible. It was going to pulverize people at that speed. Well,
And
guess
now we
what?
can
We
go
broke the sound
Mach
barrier.
10.
We were never going to
we-
get to space. It's impossible. Well, guess what? We got to space. We were never going to get to
We're
the
going
moon.
Mach
It's
10.
impossible. Well, guess what? We got to the moon. Science fiction is only science fact tomorrow.
Now
Like,
read some of this. Read some of these inventions for me.
energy shields starts that makes sense. Warp drive, okay. Telepathy or mind machine interfaces. Well, Elon Musk is doing that with his neural.
No.
and
Listen to
everything.
me. There's already something called Neurosity. You just put it, or you can have another one. You can just wear like a crown, and you can control interfaces. You can control machines with that. You could turn on a light with your mind with it, or you could make your phone scroll up and down without touching it.
Yeah, now wasn't it you who showed me the video of that that mouth thing that goes in? You can control your computer with your tongue.
Yes.
Like yeah.
That
okay.
was me. It was another a human interface device they developed
Yeah.
just like the mouse, but
Now
you
what else
just
do we
wear
got
it
here?
like what
Time
you wear it.
travel. Okay, that's a bit
No,
that's-
read the rest of that one. That one's important.
While time travel remains a highly speculative concept, superconducting materials could play a role in exploring the physics of time and space, although this is more theoretical than practical at this point. But yeah, as I said, science
But
fiction
that's what
today
it
is
says.
science fact tomorrow. It's just
So
a
the
matter of
telepathy
time.
is
So,
advanced androids or humanoid robots. Think like
We're already
Cyberpunk
working on that.
2077.
No.
Yeah, and artificial gravity, even various sci-fi. We're talking about we're talking here about anti-gravity in that aspect, I believe.
Yeah, well, like that reminds me of a scene straight out of like. Have you seen the intro to
Nanotechnology, I think like clothing, nanotechnology with clothing,
Oh, I wasn't thinking
holographic
about that.
displays. No, but I'm reading some of the other
Oh.
things on the list actually.
Um,
Like a personal spacecraft from the Fifth Element. That's another one. Another good one. Instant language translation. That's a good one.
I don't.
Some of these are really out there, and they're really, really cool
Not
if you think about it.
Valerian. It is. It is Valerian. Oh yeah, that's right. Valerian and the ship of 1,000 species or whatever.
I've seen that movie. I forgot what it's about, but I've seen it.
But there's this one, like, in the opening, there's this one scene when they're like, building the station and everything. And right here, gravity system engaged. Like, let me play it right here. So, right now you can see that they're floating and everything, and they're attaching this thing with all these spinny things, and what they're
I
doing.
haven't seen this movie in a very long time. I forgot what it's about.
They're using centrifugal
actually.
force to artificially generate gravity to the rest of the station. So that's how we can do artificial gravity. If you have a central, because if you look at a lot of science fiction ships,
It's the city of 1,000 planets.
Yeah, that's.
I've only seen it. I've only seen. I actually haven't.
One comes to mind is the
seen it.
Bebop from Cowboy Bebop, but a lot of science fiction ships, somewhere in mostly in the center, there's always one section that's spinning. That's an artificial gravity generator.
Ayo, put that movie in our movie list for me later. I want to watch that.
do.
I've never seen it, but
Valerian.
I wanted to when it came out, but I never saw it.
City.
Valerium and the City of 1,000
Movie.
Planets. There it is. Press the down arrow.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the Wikipedia. Is this it here?
Yeah, I just want to watch that with you.
I do too.
Because
I want to see it too. It looks interesting. At least the intro.
I've never seen it. It looked very good when it came out. I was very excited after I saw the trailer. We have to watch Alita Battle Angel too. I've never seen the second one. Also,
yeah, you're gonna be on your own with that. I'm not really that into anime.
I don't. It's not anime. It's live action, but there's a
Oh.
CG character.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
CG character. Yeah.
So.
I think I forgot to turn on the chat in my YouTube. That's why it's not showing up on my page.
Well, I've been monitoring Bigger Cheese. It's a pretty crap movie to me. Yeah, I've heard about it's kind of the premise it's
Which one?
Valerian.
Valerian?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I've seen reviews of it, and it's not because the intro hooked me, but the rest of the movie it's kind of weird, and they're looking for some egg or something, and it just turns into another Hollywood copy paste.
I don't know. That's what they kind of did with Jupiter Ascending, except I've never seen that one too, but I heard it bombed.
We just got another comment. Visually cool, story is garbage. Yeah, that's what I heard. So.
Is that on your stream?
Yeah, on my Rumble chat right now. Let me check my YouTube. Nobody's on YouTube. No viewers on YouTube. Wow. Okay.
Okay. I need to. What's the next one?
Let's see here. What else do we got? Hold on a second. Let me get back up to our Edge of Disclosure channel.
Yeah,
there's this video that you had. What is this? Daniel Seaham claims alien interview may be released. And
this is the big one I was talking
video.
about. So, yeah, this is an interview. He's interviewing and being interviewed. They're on a podcast. He mentions the whole video is about them talking about how the UFO lawyer Daniel Sheehan is claiming that there's going to be a released video of an interview with an NHIET, whatever you want to call them. They're going to talk to an ET or something, a non-human intelligent life form intelligence, and they're going to interview it, and it's going to go on. It's going to be on the internet, and they're going to release the video.
Now, before we do that, there was one last tweet here you had from Brian Johnson. Now, ask yourself how many potential rogue whistleblowers feel this way. How many long-time
Are you talking about?
folks,
Are you talking about David Grush?
Brian Johnson. This is
that
something
guy.
you
I know
reposted
him.
on.
He's got a lot of good posts.
Yeah. It says, how many longtime UFO folks feel insulted or disrespected by how the disclosure process is being handled? I'm one of them. With Grush being treated like garbage, Senate Intel Committee uninterested in holding hearings, and unnecessarily slow drip of info. Yeah, let's not forget, what was it, back in 2020?
This guy has a lot of good
a
comments.
9-page nothing burger of a disclosure.
Oh, on the ODNI.gov webpage? I remember that. That was when I got interested in all of this to begin with. That's when that happened. They just came out and said, yep, they exist, and we need money. But I remember that.
So,
yeah, they always need money.
Yeah.
So what I'm just going to say is this guy, Brian Johnson, has a lot of good posts. He actually had me temporarily blocked. But he unblocked me, I think, because I said something like, I don't even know why he blocked me. I was in the comments of one of his tweets, his posts. I was saying, I mean, I really like his posts. So I don't know. I didn't backhand him. I was just trying to say I don't know what I did. I feel like I did something wrong, and he undid it, and I was very thankful. Anyway, about that comment, I was replying to. I was saying this. I think we need a new umbrella or blanket term for what the mainstream calls aliens. Something akin to NHI/ET, but covers the whole spectrum
Well,
of the
that's the thing. We gotta
terminology.
stop relabeling this thing. It's just confusing everybody because people are still going out there saying UFOs. Like, oh, it's UAP now because we say the word.
Can I
It
say
changes
something?
things.
Can I say something? Can I say
Go
something
ahead.
on that?
Yeah.
When I'm still into augmented reality, like a metric ton. So when they call it augmented reality, it's like there's like mixed reality and there's like an XR continuum. It's like you have AR on this end and VR on this end, mixed reality in the middle, and the whole thing is called XR. And there's like this whole debate about what is what even. And we don't have a word for all of it. We use XR, but we also use the metaverse and Web3. So what's the term? We'll probably never have a clear term. We're probably never gonna have one for either one.
Yeah. We're literally inventing more language stuff. Like,
Technobabble, or jargon, marketing
Yeah.
jargon. Aren't
Yeah.
those like two of the Illuminati card game cards
yeah,
anyway?
yeah.
Kind of. It's funny, but it's what's happening. That thing you read earlier from Ashton was like a bunch of technobabble to me. I didn't understand much of it. Well, I understand some of it. Some of those acronyms I don't. This is still on the LK99 that I'm looking at here. If you see my screen, this is the paper that you were looking at that I was looking at actually.
Yeah. Your stream is like very blurry. Like it's.
Okay, I'm gonna just take
don't
it off
worry
for a
about
second and put it back on it.
Oh,
Okay. Never
Well,
mind. Never
you can
mind.
do that too. I don't
Wait,
know why it just gets
yeah.
blurry. It's like.
It's because I think it's because Discord's in full screen. It does something like that when that happens. Is it better now?
No. So.
Oh, never mind then. It used to
Yeah.
happen to me though that way. I'm just gonna turn it off for 10 seconds and turn it back on.
Okay.
Not even 10. There it is. You have to tune in again.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, so basically, this whole possible Meissner effect thing. We've almost got LK99. We've almost got a superconductor at room temperature. It's almost there. If as soon as that is invented, I'm expecting a big, like this could overhaul the freaking planet.
This is
It's
this is another industrial revolution essentially. Like this is big because if we can do computing at room temperature, like oh my god, like that is astounding. Like
I have to find a book. You just reminded me of something. It's called
Yeah.
the Fourth
because this makes me think of like when
Industrial
crypto was going crazy,
Revolution.
people were going out and buying entire warehouses and filling them with hard drives or graphics cards or whatever the hell they were using.
Dude,
Like
have a look at
up
my
in, like,
screen
the
again.
Netherlands or whatever because it's so naturally cold. All those
I mean-
computers working, mining for bitcoins and whatever generates a ridiculous amount of heat. Like heat has always been the problem with computing.
So if you look at my screen, that's actually what's referred to as the Fourth Industrial Revolution. This is from the World Economic Forum. A friend of
Nice.
mine, Robert Scoble, actually wrote a book on it. And this is a book, actually, but this is not the
You
same
get
one.
the WEF something involved in there, and it starts raising one of my eyebrows. Like, I don't like.
Well,
that.
I mean, the World Economic Forum doesn't
Yeah.
really. It's not about economy. I mean, it kind of is,
Well,
but like
yeah, it is.
it's about this. This
Yeah.
is what they're trying
Yeah,
to
that's
do
what I just
here.
said. It's like another industrial revolution because computers
That's
are the
why
hearts of
I
our world,
found it.
and if we can do that without worrying about heat too much, then that's going to change things on a entirely different level that I'm still trying to grasp. Like,
Then there's this whole thing about the room temperature superconducting system for use on a hybrid aerospace undersea craft, like a USO, like you said.
yeah,
And they have been talking about how this material came from, well, not this one, but a similar material. I'm trying to find it.
yeah,
It
way
was
too
also
many tabs,
found
my friend.
in, it's that picture I sent earlier.
Yeah.
I have to find it. This one, well, not this one. This is the one here, but it's a separate picture of this. This is a superconductor at room
I swear,
temperature,
you have
but it
more
was
tabs than a drunk guy.
okay. Anyway, this is from the bottom of a spacecraft that's what they've been saying.
Oh yeah, you
And
posted these images later on.
yeah, I'm gonna pull one open right now because I can't find the one I'm trying to find,
That's
but I'm
not what I
trying to
wanted.
find it here. This one here, I'm opening it. This is the same thing, and this is what it is. It's an alleged extraterrestrial metal from the bottom of a wedge-shaped craft in the late 1940s, made of 26 alternating layers, 1 to 4 microns dark bismuth and 100 to 200 microns silver magnesium/zinc alloy, each of 6 pieces, received from the U.S. Army source were formed in quotes with a curvature of the curvature that tapered. The photograph was taken by Tim Bauer, and this is a superconductor at room temperature, but it's part of that craft from the 1940s I just
So
mentioned.
this is reverse engineering of alien craft, like
There,
confirmed.
there are no. We already know that there are reverse engineering programs and even crash retrieval programs, which is how they got that thing. What is this? I just opened this. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is
New
this
Mexico. Oh, hold on a second.
no. Listen to me. This website that they're reading it from, they banned it off the subreddit because it's false.
Huh.
It's just a bunch of tabloid news that we don't know if it's real. So this source has been banned from this subreddit already.
So the source of the pictures is what you're saying?
No, this is something else. This is
Okay.
a thing I just opened a
Well,
notification
before we
pop up
ping
and
pong
I
to
clicked
another
on it.
subject, like I want to still be, because I'm looking at this one here, New Mexico, U.S. 1947. Isn't that Roswell time? Did Roswell?
Yes.
Didn't Roswell happen?
That's
in
that
47?
is
from
Roswell.
Okay.
That is Roswell.
Okay.
Where are you looking? Where are you looking?
I'm looking at the first picture that you posted on the bottom of the Edge of
You know what?
Disclosure
That
channel.
makes sense. That actually must be the Roswell crash
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
You and Rumble ThEoD or no?
No, the basic Edge of Disclosure. If you go to the bottom of that channel, you have the pictures, of the.
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
thing you were
It
just showing
was
it.
in.
One of them, it says BIMG/ZN. Hold a
I
brief
see it. I'm
fragment.
looking at it. I'm looking at it right
Zometa
now. I
disk
can see
crash
that.
site. Yeah, that one that you're looking at right there.
This is the thing this was on the bottom of the craft,
Yeah,
like the underside.
yeah,
And I guess this is Roswell because that's exactly where Roswell happened and when it happened. So yeah.
yeah. Well, we gotta start wrapping things up. 'Cause we have a staff meeting in Omni Coalition in less than an hour.
Or don't you want to cover the things? There's only two
I
things
do,
in
but
the
we're
other
running
channel.
out of time. So
I wanted to go over this tweet. I can't remember what it is, but
then
it's
let's
from
go
a
over
friend
this
of mine.
tweet, and then
We'll
wrap
do
things
one
up.
of them. We'll do one of them.
All right.
Oh yeah, this is important. Axelrod covered this. This is her tweet. At go kick rocks 88, go underscore kick underscore rocks 88. Actually, she's a good person. I mean, I liked talking with her about something. I only talked very briefly, but follow her on Twitter. I recommend you do. Good news.
You don't have her link in here, do you? I'm trying to find
I
it.
have it. Look at my screen.
Yeah, that doesn't help me. Like, how
I'll
can I
send-
post
I'll-
it on my thing from your computer?
I'm going to put it in your channel. 1 second.
Okay.
There, it's in ThEoD.
Okay.
Rumble ThEoD. There's going to be a classified UFO briefing next Tuesday. This is posted
Well, this
on
is Rumble,
January
ThEoD.
2nd.
No. This is Rumble only. Like, I don't want to get into politics on the YouTube section.
You said we weren't going to do anything else, though. We're about to stop.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't want to just. This is a Rumble section. We'll do Rumble some other time. Next time.
Okay, fair point. I'll just leave the tweet in the Rumble
Yeah, please do.
channel.
Yeah,
If you
we'll
don't-
get to it.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So
No,
we're about to end.
Yeah, we can.
Did
we
we
can wrap
cover
things up.
everything that we wanted to cover? Is everything we covered
Well,
enough?
there's a lot more to cover, but like like as I said,
I'll have to do it later.
Let's open this up here. Like, what is this?
Oh, that's the
claims of room
space balance
temperature
form.
and ambient pressure. So we're still talking about more of the superconductor things.
If you look at my post right there, you can see that's me on the left.
Yeah,
That's
I see
Noah
that.
underscore underscore. Yeah, so I have a
Given
lot of
that
posts
this
on here.
possible material possibly superconducts at ambient pressure, but not room temperature. If future
Go
superconductors
to-
are of the same characteristics, what possible innovations will we see? Interesting
Go
question.
to page. I put the answer. You can literally search that on ChatGPT, and someone said, "I think I will," and then I posted it, saving them time. The link I gave you from ChatGPT. Did I give it to you?
This is your same
Did
thing.
I didn't
okay.
give it to you, did I? Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
It's in there. It's in there.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I see it. So.
And then I put this. If you look at my screen again, there's some new articles that have resurfaced because LK99 is back in the news as a resurgence is happening in the last few days. And these are some of the ones I'm talking about here.
Interesting.
Anyway, we're about to wrap up because if you're ready, I need to
let's
give my
wrap
voice a
things
rest.
up here. So.
I need to give my voice a rest. I'm really
Yeah, you do.
sick of. I have like laryngitis or something. I don't know what it
you gotta
is.
get yourself checked out, my friend. I'm a little concerned.
I'll be okay. I just need to have like some NyQuil or something.
Yeah. Well,
It's not that bad.
do
all
you
right,
want to
so-
wrap up, or do you want me to wrap up?
I'm gonna wrap up and then you
Okay.
can do it for your show.
Okay.
Also, well, this is all my show.
Yeah,
so
this
like,
is
I
all
don't
your
know.
show.
Okay, so today has been January 6th. Oh my God,
Yeah.
2024. That's been 3 years since then. But okay,
Since the instance.
today has been our January 6th ThEoD. We'll see you on Rumble ThEoD perhaps a little later today, or maybe next time I am
Next
available.
Saturday, we'll do a Rumble section.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll just do Rumble next time. I think. Is that okay with you?
We'll talk about it. So.
Okay, well, I won't be able to stream to Rumble. I don't have an account there, but you know.
Then make one.
Or
Anyway.
I mean, I actually okay. I mean, so thank you for tuning in, and I've been Noah. I've been your beautiful host. Oh my God, my hair is falling out. Not so beautiful, maybe.
Oh, you're beautiful, Noah.
Well,
you're a pretty
and
girl.
then we were joined by the magnificent.
I ain't that magnificent. I'm just Aoxander.
I'm asking you to say your freaking name. Okay, magnificent Aoxander or Alexander. I don't know what you want to go as. I mean, your go as I call you that because that's
call
what I
me
call
whatever
you.
you want, as long as you don't call me late for dinner. I'll be happy. You know.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, today has been our YouTube segment of on the Edge of Disclosure, and we'll see you next time on the Edge of Disclosure.
Yep. All right,
Thank you.
let me,
And you're supposed to say toodles, damn it. You always say that.
Toodles. Sorry, we didn't practice.
All right.